Hi, you want to be on the video?
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Dad Bod to Bad Dad, and as many of you may already know, I lost 100 pounds in 6 months on this channel. 110 overall in 8 months. Put on 10 pounds of muscle over the last 3 years after keeping it off. Finally, to take you guys even further back, I've been battling this weight problem since I was about 6 to 7 years old. I probably started gaining the weight about 6 and started feeling myself not fit in social equities at the age of 7. It's just a sad but sure thing when you grow up with disordered eating as a lifestyle within your family. Anyway, to get you caught up, if you haven't been here before, that's me. But I finally figured out the formula for keeping the weight off, not counting calories and not stressing. You probably can go back to my earliest videos and see me kind of learn that process and gain a confidence to preach about it. And that's where, if you guys want to work with me personally, get on my Instagram at dadbod to bad dad and send me a message, or probably better, send me an email at dadbodtobaddad@gmail.com, and let's work together. Of course, you can always comment below. I answer all of my comments. Sound advice, the best advice that I could possibly give. Just being a regular guy who lost the weight and is no longer stressing. Now, why are we at this video then, Dad Bod to Bad Dad? You hit your goal of 110 pounds. Well, I did, but I want to enter an amateur bodybuilding competition, which we've talked about in the last 6 videos now, this being week 6. The main thing is obviously to get this last 20 to 30 pounds off, I want to go do a consultation for loose skin surgery and document it for you guys, which I've also talked about. So there's no big surprise there unless you're joining me, but I'm trying to get everybody caught up that is coming on each and every week. There is a whole lot of new subscribers this year, particularly because of the losing the last 20 pounds series that we started. I just want to say thank you so very much. Let me know where you're at in your weight loss journey. Give me a like if you like this video, or, just if you want to be kind, share. Share if you know anybody that may be struggling with weight or likes watching these videos while they do their cardio, which is one of my biggest tips, is find some great music for your soul and some great videos and just stuff to kill time, I guess, more or less, and try to fill that up with good quality, wholesome content. Or hell, if the grungiest music in the world makes you work your ass off, listen to that. Anyway, it's great to have you here. I do appreciate you. We are going to do a weigh-in very soon here, that week 6 update to see where I'm at in that last 20 to, I guess, 30 pounds, because I did have the first few flub ups in that first few weeks, but I think we're on track. We're doing some good things. I actually feel very confident this week, and we'll talk about that a little bit more as well after the weigh-in. And I'm gonna get you a loose skin update, because every week we've been taking off the shirt, which, as you guys know, is extremely hard for me. That's the biggest reason why I want to get the loose skin surgery. I just want to be able to go out to my own pool and feel comfortable taking my shirt off, and hell, show off what I've built. And quite frankly, you can only do so well with your loose skin for so long. It'll only improve for so long, and then sad truth is, you might have to get it removed. And again, I want to document that for you guys, because I feel like a lot of men's health videos do not show the reality of loose skin. A lot of women's channels do the mommy makeovers, and that's great. A lot of those tummy tucks don't do a great job of updating the audience. And so a lot of, because, I guess some channels, they just fall out of it to where they don't upload anymore. And some people, I guess, just go back to living their regular life. But no, I'm all about this. I've been here for 4 years now? So I'm not going anywhere. And I would love to open up a conversation about, men's cosmetic surgery. After a 100-pound weight loss, you can imagine loose skin is not great. I would say that mine is probably better than I view it, mostly because a lot of you guys say I'm looking great each and every week. A lot of people are seeing improvements, but you got to hydrate. You got to eat those whole foods. You got to walk. And it's a constant battle, guys. Weight loss is a constant battle. It's not something that has to be unenjoyable in a battle sense, but an enjoyable battle, more or less. Like, I'm gonna go to the gym here in a little bit. I'm gonna eat whole foods today. I'm gonna eat whole foods for the most part. But the 80-20 rule is what I used. 80% of the time, you gotta be quote unquote good, and 20% of the time, you can have those foods that you know aren't gonna get you to the promised land. But when you wanna dial it back and you wanna go even further, like I'm doing right now, losing the last 20 pounds of fat, you've got to dial back a little bit. So I am not counting calories. I did say I want to go on a 2,800 calorie diet. I want to hit, of those 2,800 calories, I want to hit about 200 grams of protein minimum, because as you guys know, my new goal is 205 to 215. I feel like, and maybe you guys might try this out when you're setting a goal for your weight, try to give yourself a 10-pound range, because you know when you hit that Carnival cruise and you hit that 24-hour pizza line, you're going to gain 10 pounds in that week of that cruise. Or if you're going to go to Disneyland or Disney World for a week, or if you're visiting New York, you might let the diet go out the window a little bit. And that is wonderful. We should be enjoying life. This is not about being strict. At least it's not for me. I mean, there's some people that want to walk around at 6% body fat. To me, I would look awful. I just know I would. We're gonna get in great shape. We're gonna have a great life. We're gonna love the way our clothes fit. You are too. Come along with me, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I want you here with me, guys. I love seeing you guys down in the comment section. Today, I'm gonna go weigh in, see where we're at in that week 6 journey to lose the last 20 pounds of fat. We're gonna talk about it a little bit while we have some of that black coffee I just brewed, and then we're gonna show you the loose skin and we'll close you out. Let's go. Okay, so we're about to weigh in for you and see how much I lost this week along my journey. I do have a weight loss pro tip for you, and that is make sure you weigh consistently on the same day each and every week, or the same days. And if you weigh every single day, you need to look at it as a broad spectrum as well. You can't look at it on such a minute level, but you should be taking a big fat dump, should be emptying out what you can in the morning, strip down, or if you were to wear this every single week, wear this every single week. Make sure you're consistent, because mentally, as a larger person, numbers can really mess you up, and that's why I stopped counting calories. Scale was a little bit easier for me to have a healthy relationship with the numbers, but that's completely up to you. If you want to go by inches or how your clothes fit or how you're feeling, well, you're just gonna have to figure out something that works for you. But be consistent. So I've already taken my dump. We're gonna strip down to bare bones here, weigh, and I've had no coffee just yet, because you don't want to put fluids or foods in your body before you weigh, because it's gonna throw off the ratio. So be very consistent. That's all I'm asking you. After freaking out the first, 4 weeks of this thing, this week we lost 2.7 pounds. And we had the loss last week of above, or I think 0.8 of a pound. So we're doing good. We are doing good. I'll take it. Let's get some black coffee and go sit down and talk about this past week and into the future as well. Gosh, that is so exciting. All right, so I don't want to be a hypocrite, because I did say that I wanted to lose about a half a pound a week, if you've been following along, or if you choose to go back and look at some of the other videos. But after having such a defeat the last, few weeks, and I know I chalked it up to my body's just trying to grow, and I truly do still believe that's the case, because I'm just noticing getting back to my bigger form. I think, quite honestly, I don't know what's to attribute to that because I've been pretty consistent with the working out. I think that sometimes you just hit plateaus and sometimes you break through them. That's all I can chalk it up to. But the 2.7 pound weight loss this week, I'll take it, hands down. I didn't lose any muscle mass. I can guarantee you that. And that was the fear, is to try not to lose the weight or the last 20, 30 pounds too fast, is because you don't want to lose too many muscle stores. So I promise you that's not the case. I'm losing fat. I'm not tracking as of yet. You guys know that threw me for a loop because that triggers my former fat person mind. So I had to put the tracking on hold, but I'm intuitively eating, not restricting myself. Matter of fact, last night we ordered in pizza, but I've been doing a lot of intermittent fasting. So that's where, you have a block of hours throughout the day that you eat and the other part you don't. So if you're not familiar, I know that's very layman's terms. I know a very big portion of you are educated on that. So I don't want to try to act like you guys are dumb, but for the newbies to intermittent fasting, highly recommend it. Something along my 110-pound weight loss journey that there's just no way I would have gotten through with it. And intermittent fasting is something that I would still continue on past losing weight because it just resets my brain and it allows me to eat what I want when I want and not be so restrictive, because that's something along your journey you're going to have to find just doesn't work. And, just take it from me. Like, look at the example with the meal prep. You guys get all gung-ho about meal prepping and you'll meal prep out 6 meals. A lot of you guys, will let them go moldy. I know I never ate those meal preps. I have a modified meal prep that I talk about in a few of my videos, but the fat mind is not an organized mind, at least in the food department. And so let's try to be as flexible as possible with ourselves while giving our bodies what they need. And I don't want to turn this into a preaching video because, well, I still have weight to lose. I'm still class 1 obese last time I checked. So I'm not going to make it a preachy video. You can go back to my earliest videos after this one and you can see. But definitely follow along this journey. I think you're going to really appreciate it. You're going to at least have something to watch while you do your cardio on Mondays. Let's get you that loose skin update and let's close you out. This one got a little too much of a lesson preachiness quality to it, and I want to end on the good vibes. So, again, we're going to spare you the naughty bits, keep the shorts on, but we will take the shirt off. It's kind of odd that potentially thousands of you could be watching this, but I don't even want to go out to my pool and take my shirt off. Don't want to really be doing it on camera, but hey, you know what? Screw it. Let's go. Take the hat off. All right. Well, as you guys can see, this whole little cystic acne situation is starting to clear up. That was a literal mess. Whew, we won't get into that though. All right, let's do the ceremonial clipping of the mic. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Okay, so we'll step back a ways here so you can see. Actually, let's come and grab you guys. Okay, so we will get you the front double bicep. This is no pump right now. As you can see, the chest is looking a little more developed, which I'm pretty proud of that because my chest is definitely one of my insecurities. And so the gynecomastia surgery will come in, remove the nipple, move it up along that breast line, sew it all up, and it'll look all brand new. Then, of course, this whole double little baggy thing I got going right here. But overall, I don't want this to seem like I'm down on myself. No, I'm extremely happy with my results. And you guys will be too. But yeah, not losing any muscle. That's not an issue. Someday you will be gone. All right, you guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.